Ooh, man, the Coca-Cola. Hey loves, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. So in today's video I am going to be doing a seafood boil mukbang. This was a video that was requested when you guys saw me prepare the seafood boil in my stories. Unfortunately I couldn't film on that day because I didn't have a ring light. So now that I'm sort of sorted with my lighting again, as you guys can see, si bright, si relevant, I can finally film the seafood boil for you guys. So if you are new to my channel, welcome and thank you for joining my family. Please do click the subscribe button before you exit, and if you are a day one regular popping back in to support your girl, shout out and thank you so much for your consistent support. I have my B-Loves sauce over here. If you guys want details on where to purchase the seafood that I'm eating, where I got my B-Loves sauce, then please do check the description box down below. My mouth is already watering. I'm starving. I haven't eaten today, so I'm really looking forward to filming this video. I also have my favorite beverage on hand, which is Coca-Cola. Very unhealthy, but it's a cheap day, I guess. And I also have a glass of water with lemon over here because what is important is the girl that it thinks it is. Okay, so I'm also going to be touching on some girl talk topics that I asked you guys to send me quite a while ago throughout this video, just so we have like things to talk about. But it's not going to be a very in-depth talking video. I really actually want to eat. Anyway, let's get into it. Ooh, there's so many questions. The question that I get asked pretty often is, how did I gain weight? And if I got any plastic surgery done. My sauce is a bit cold. I usually just warm the sauce up. I need to warm the sauce up again. I'm sorry guys, I'm coming back. So those who have seen and know my mom know that this is sort of my woman or my adult weight. I was bound to gain a little bit of weight. The person that I was when I was 20 and younger, 18 and younger, was obviously a child, hence why I was like so skinny. So yeah guys, my weight gain was pretty natural. I think another thing that probably can easily contribute to weight gain is things like contraceptives, when you become an adult, you sort of exercise less. So in high school I used to work out a lot, and I was a little bit more cautious with my diet. I obviously didn't drink as much. So now you come to varsity and you're exercising less and you're drinking a little bit more, so your body really does go through phases where your weight fluctuates naturally. I'm at a stage where I'm learning how to control my weight better. I know what to stay away from. I try and maintain a very clean, low carb, low sugar diet. I do have my cheat days. I'm not perfect, but I sort of see where I can keep my weight at, like where I can find a happy weight to stick with when I do look after myself. Otherwise my weight fluctuates like crazy. So yeah, my weight gain was pretty much natural. And I think if you are younger than 21, then you shouldn't worry, because your body's still going to go through some changes, and you might end up picking weight. Some people are naturally petite and they're just going to be that way forever. I'm not one of those girls, so yeah. Here's an interesting one. Girl code. I found out that my best friend has been sleeping with my ex-man before, during and after our relationship. I hope I don't have to tell you to cut her off. I hope you have already. You know what, there's certain things that are sort of unspoken rules. There's no reason for you to be keeping friends around. We think it's okay to sleep with your ex? Do away with them, honey. Do away with them. Obviously there could be a certain level, I don't even want to say it's maturity, because if you don't feel comfortable with your friends sleeping or seeing your exes, then it's not being immature. But obviously in certain friendships it could be a situation of, oh no, Chomi, go ahead, it's like that ex that I don't care about, or maybe like a boyfriend from high school, just like someone that you don't even regard as an ex. But the fact that it's like an ex that you obviously do care about, hence why you're saying to me this message. And the fact that she was doing it during your relationship, that is not your friend, girl. I hate to break it to you, but that is not your friend. I was asked to also speak on insecurities that women face, how you personally have overcome or learned to accept and live with them. I think insecurities are a part of life. Everybody has them, and there's certain phases in your life where they can easily consume you, depending on what kind of state you're in. Are you in healthy relationships? You know, are you happy? How's your confidence level? So for example, I was very insecure in high school. Like I hated a lot of things about myself. I was constantly trying to prove myself to people. I wanted to be liked by people, but now I'm at a point where I think I'm so comfortable with the person I've become that I don't really let insecurities consume me. Of course, I'm not perfect. There are certain things that I am insecure about myself, but I'm so happy and content with myself holistically that I don't let small things like cellulite on the back of my thighs, completely stress me out and make me feel miserable, or having a breakout. So I think that really happens when you tap into a different level of self-love. And I always say that in order to get to your best level of self-love, or just like being content, you really have to first deal with things. Like, you can't try and practice self-love once you are holding on to things of the past, beating yourself up about previous mistakes. So you need to forgive yourself about certain things if that's where your insecurities come from. Or even just like, maybe if you hate your boobs, or if you hate your body, if you can work on certain things and if you can improve certain things about yourself and change them, then do so. But otherwise, you really just need to face the fact that this is the body that God blessed you with, this is a face that God blessed you with, and you are beautiful and you are content and okay with who you are. And I think what really makes a woman or a person more beautiful is if you can see that confidence shining from within. The best accessory or makeup or anything someone can wear is confidence. So yeah, I would say that's how people should honestly deal with confidence. And also to all the young girls who are so worried about things like weight and physical appearance, I promise you, half of the things that you're insecure and stressing about now probably won't even matter in the next 5 years. I swear to God. I spent my entire high school career wanting to be the skinniest person ever. I was so underweight. I used to exercise every single day. I was barely eating. And I got to a point in varsity where I was like, actually, F it. And now I'm so much happier with my stretch marks and my cellulite and this and that and my roll when I sit down. I'm still much more confident than I was then, when I thought that was the best body I could ever have, if you get what I mean. So baby girl, don't let those things stress you. They're not worth it. So someone is asking for my opinion on my friends being super close to my boyfriend. How do I feel? It's a no from me, man. Give me 0, and please do mark me absent while you're at it, because I am not here for that at all. I really don't mind my friends being friendly with a boyfriend when we are all in the same space. Obviously, I would like to sort of be able to mix those two parts of my life at times. Like, instead of having to make time for my boyfriend and then separate time for my friends, it would be nice to be able to be like, I'll bring my girls, you bring your boys, let's all go out, and like, we're cool like that. But there needs to be boundaries, guys. I'm sorry, but there needs to be boundaries. I do not a friend who's going to be calling my boyfriend now, and no, I'm sorry. And it's not even like an insecurity thing. I just don't see a reason. Obviously, if my friend was friends with this guy before I started dating him, then I'm not now going to be like, I told me that I am, so don't talk to him. No, that's unfair. But if you meet this guy through me and you know him as Mihlali's boyfriend, you had absolutely no relationship with him prior, then baby girl, you better keep it exactly how it was before. I'm sorry, but no. I don't think Ikoni need. And the only reason why I say this is because things can get tricky. Not even in a way like him cheating on you with your friend now, which is a possibility, and unfortunately it does happen. You know, you could also even end up having your friend involved in some of your relationship issues. You know, her playing like almost becoming a little bit too opinionated, where you might feel like she's crossing boundaries, but at the same time you allowed those boundaries to be crossed. So no, it's a no from me. It is an absolute no from me. It's like, I mean, obviously it's just a relationship or whatever, but it's like your friend having access to your husband. Now your friend is calling your husband to be asking him things. Hey Tom, I just wanted to find out, where did you get those sneakers that you bought for Mihlali? When it should be, hey friend, I saw your husband got you sneakers. Where did he buy them? I Google it. And also, the older you get, guys, I'm not even like dialogue, honestly, I'm still a child, but life will show you flames. Hey, you will really think some people are your friends. Meanwhile, if they were given an opportunity to F you over, they would grasp it in a second. So you must never ever, I'm not saying that you must have trust issues and be insecure, but you must never ever put past or even give people an opportunity to take you for a bye, basically. So no ma'am, no ma'am. This food is so good. This sauce is so spicy, guys. Yo, my nose is even running. Woo! Light-skinned girls are prettier than dark-skinned girls, ? I think that's absolute rubbish. That's hogwash in my opinion, and I think that is something that was sort of introduced through social constructs that was set or, you know, gotten from Western culture, especially back in the day when there's slavery and apartheid and whatnot. The idea of fairer skins being superior or better, or just all those ideas around fairer skin and how it was like seen as the superior race or skin tone have obviously trickled down into affecting us as black people, where now it creates incorrect notion that light-skinned girls are much more beautiful than dark-skinned girls. That is absolute rubbish. Unfortunately, young girls really do struggle with this. Just know that at some point in your life, you're really going to get to a point where you can see that you are beautiful, and never let anybody else have control or a say over your worth or how you feel about yourself. Honey, you don't need validation from anybody else but yourself. You are created in God's image. You are absolutely beautiful, and as long as you know that, then that's all that matters. Please emphasize the importance of clean nails to the girls. Ooh, I don't know what this person is going through, but she is going through a lot. Okay, ladies, please clean your nails. One of my followers is pressed that you guys are out here with dirty nails. That is so funny. You know what, for me, guys, hygiene and things like nail treatment and waxing and laser hair removal are just a form of self-care. It really uplifts my mood and sort of makes me feel better when I look after myself. So for some people it might not be that important, but even if you're not someone who does your nails, I think hygiene overall is very important. So just cutting and filing your nails, things like that. So yeah, girlies, I hope you guys are listening. And I think also boys, it shouldn't be girls only, but there are men out here who walk around with filthy nails, and it's so disgusting. And I really worry about those they are intimate with, because honey, those nails are not coming anywhere near me. So yeah, guys, can nizameni ukuzithanda nje nibe hygienic, man. Toxic friendships Fake positive bitches. Ooh, child. Honey. Yo. I don't think there's anything that bothers me more in life than people who create a fake perception on social media. Meanwhile, in real life, nothing bothers me more. Toxic friendships or relationships, I always say this and I always say that you need to leave them. There's no reason for you to be staying in toxic situations, in my opinion. You know, especially when you're young, you really think that friendships are like the most important thing in your life. Yes, sisterhood is amazing and it truly is a blessing to have friends that you can keep, but honey, if the situation is toxic, if it just doesn't make sense, if it disturbs umoya wako, if it's unsettling your spirit in any way, then leave it. It's not worth it. And you know, at a young age, you really think that you're being accepted is so important. Where will I find new friends? And I promise you now, the things that you are stressing about right now will not even matter in a couple of years. Like, honestly. So it really ain't worth it. And then fake positive bitches, excuse my language, I would say unfollow. It really helps you and the person on the other end just creating or implementing some sort of censorship. There's no reason for you to be following people that you feel some type of way about. And yes, I actually asked this on Twitter not so long ago, if people become offended when you unfollow them. I would rather unfollow someone and offend them and then they'll get over it than have to come across pictures or stories and like roll my eyes every single time I go through someone's platform. There's no reason to humiliate yourself like that, guys. Kiss the girls goodbye and keep it moving. That's the one thing I love about life. It might be all cute and nice now. Oh, Betuna, she's so positive, motivational, role model. But people, vice versa, and that's the one thing that's so important about keeping it real. And I always say this to people: when you come into a space where you're putting yourself out there, you really need to keep it real, because being consistent and trying to maintain a certain image or perception of something that you're completely not, you're gonna get tired. And the day you slip up, Sanalam, good luck. Someone asked me to do a video on House of CB. Honestly, guys, I wanted to, and I even tweeted that I would do like a try on haul, because in December I ordered a whole bunch of House of CB items, but I was so disappointed because 90% of the things that I ordered arrived in like not in a completely different size, but extremely ill-fitting. Like, they are huge, and I ordered almost a size up in everything because I thought their stuff was small makes. So hopefully next time I do shop there, I'll get it right, because I had to give away a lot of the items. Some of them were just not even gonna look right if they were out. They were so big, it was ridiculous. Someone is asking me to speak on keeping a relationship private versus being kept a secret. So I would say what the difference is, if that's what you guys are also asking, and my take on it. Being kept a secret would be my partner acting completely single, like someone acting like they don't have a girlfriend. But then keeping a relationship private is people knowing that you have somebody, you setting those boundaries which will make people respect your relationship, but just not wanting to be public with it. I'm a huge fan of keeping relationships private. I really don't see a reason to have people all up in my business when it comes to my relationships, but at the same time, I'm not out here trying to act single, so I don't keep my partners, the fact that I have a partner, a secret, excuse me. So yeah, How you go about it is completely up to you, but I think with whatever you choose, it's very important to maintain respect for your partner publicly and privately. Like, if you are going to keep your relationship a secret, people must know that you have somebody, and they must respect the fact that you're in a relationship. They don't need to know who, what, where, why, but just respect your relationship and respect your partner. The art of loving and supporting each other as women. I think this is so important, guys. Just supporting and being positive towards other women, which can be extremely difficult in a time where online women are constantly being pinned against one another. We're constantly being compared. I think being jealous is just like a natural human trait, but letting it consume you and affect how you look at other women or your relationship with other women, woo, so spicy, can be the problem. So it's something you need to master, firstly starting with yourself, knowing that the beauty or success or dominant presence of another woman doesn't necessarily take away from your own, especially in an age where there are people who are in the public eye who are glorified because they look a certain way, you know, be it their body or their face or whatever, and that can really trigger certain insecurities. And even so, your validation should never come from other people. Shaving. My opinion on shaving. I don't shave, guys. So since this situation has started, I wax, but prior to that I was getting laser hair removal done. I stopped shaving when I was like still in high school. I was probably like 16 when I started waxing, because shaving really gives me the worst razor bumps and ingrown hairs. So I'm honestly not a fan. I would not recommend shaving. If you can wax or if you can get laser, then I would recommend that you do that. It also really helps with evening out your complexion, because you know it's very easy to get dark and stuff under there, which can be worsened by shaving, whereas with laser and waxing also works as a way to just like get rid of pigmentation. So that over shaving any day. I feel like I'm even getting sleepy, like I highly have itis. Someone is asking, why do we accept being side dishes? Is that helping our femininity? See weak, Ndasa. See weak. If we're being honest, ungathandi as well. It's just lacking self-love. It's not worth it. Most of the time when you look back at a situation, you're just like, what a waste of my time. That was not worth it. And you really feel like you sort of not only disrespected yourself but disrespected another woman, and it's actually really not worth it. And I'm really not here to judge anybody who is a side chick. If you are and you are happy, then shout out to you, Mdase. And some people might never regret it. For some people, they feel like it works best for them. But see weak as agenda, see weak. Dating during your teens, waste of time. Wanting to wait till marriage but feel like no man is willing to wait. I'm always being put under pressure. If you are with a man who's putting you under pressure, then it's not the right person for you. That means that they don't respect your decisions in life. They don't respect you. They don't know how to listen to your boundaries. So I don't think that you should be with someone who's putting you under pressure to do things that you don't want to do. And I know that it might be hard when you're in that situation and you really like someone and you feel like you want to please them and make them happy. It's not worth it. You're going to do something that you regret just to accommodate somebody else who you might not even end up being with in the next couple of months or years. So my opinion is rather remove yourself. And there's honestly no pressure to be dating, guys. If you want to abstain, I would say that rather be single and pray for God to bring the right partner into your life at a stage where that person will also be on the same wavelength or in the same level of maturity to understand that this is your decision. It's just about being with the right person or being with nobody else at all, because you actually don't have to be with someone. How to not appear as an easy girl even though your friends are known for that. That's hilarious. birds of a feather flock together, unfortunately. So it's a very tricky thing, because now we could easily say that you're sort of letting people decide who you should be friends with, which isn't fair. There are people who have amazing personalities, beautiful hearts, but unfortunately they're very misunderstood and they have not the best reputations. I always say remove yourself from situations that are unsettling. The fact that you even like messaging me about it means that you are bothered. If you are so happy in your friendship that you don't care what people have to say, then don't care. As long as your friends aren't pushing you under pressure to do things that you're not comfortable with, then I wouldn't say there's a reason for you to leave the friendship. But if it really affects you when people are sort of stereotyping the entire squad based off one or two people's behavior or morals, then I'd honestly say that you need to distance yourself just for your own peace. There's nothing wrong with protecting your peace. Your friends might not understand when you do it. They might think that you're doing it because you think you're better than them. But in the long run, it's really going to benefit you at the end of the day. And there's something so important about associating yourself with like-minded people. Or it might seem unfair to cut off people that you've been friends with a while based off you guys not necessarily having the same views and values. But in the long run, you want to associate yourself with people who are like-minded, so that you guys can all progress and grow. You don't want to be growing as an individual and then you look back in 5 years and you just feel like, I could have grown further, but because I'm associating myself with these type of people, excuse me, I haven't really progressed in life. So I think you should exit those kind of friendships. But if your friends are really important to you and you're really happy in your friendship, then it is also a conversation that you can have with them. I really don't know, it's very tricky, and these kind of topics are very sensitive, and you never want to come across as someone who thinks they are better than other people just because of how they choose to live their life. So just pray about it. Talk to people who are older than you, because obviously they've had much more experience with friends and relationships. But to be quite honest, you should never really let friendships and all those things consume you, because people go through different phases and stages in life. You lose friends a lot, you grow apart. So these friends that you're stressing about now, especially if you're a young girl, probably won't be the same people that you are sitting with in 5 or 10 years time. So think about it, but don't beat yourself up. Someone is like, they are missing, they can't stop thinking about their crush because of Miss Coco V. What do I do, sis? To saying shame. Ooh, shame, sissy. You just need to call your crush. I don't know what you're gonna do, honey. Just call him, video call him, text him, talk to him, try communicate. Luckily we have technology, we can stay in contact with people. Thank God we're not in the age of writing letters and having to wait days to communicate with people. But yeah, I think just talking to people right now is very important. Even your friends and your loved ones, check on the people that you care about, and just for your own mental health. It sucks not being able to socialize with people or just have any form of human interaction, but you can really sort of put your mind at ease by just staying in contact with people telephonically. Guys, my nose is running, everything is just messed. Someone asked me to speak about girls hating each other because of a guy. If you are beefing with me, and I'm saying this out loud to Elizwe, if you are beefing with me, or if you think that we are beefing because of a man, you are beefing with yourself. Honey boo boo child, I'm not involved with that beef. And this guys, into Abanisa because of Amadoda is so dumb, especially if you guys were never friends. You dating my ex and now you think that I have an issue with you. I don't. Trust me, I do not. You thinking that I hate you because you took my man probably was irritated you when you did it, but now I'm just like, I'm at a better place in my life. We all constantly moving, growing and progressing, so things like that don't consume me, and I don't think things like that are important, and I don't think there should be a reason as to why females should be beefing over men. Guys, amadoda are just like, yo, amadoda azosibulala jesu. Amadoda are just not worth any form of stress, honey. So if you can put your mind at ease and not be fighting with other girls because of men, it's just it's not worth it. It'll benefit you. Honestly, we are still very young. We are going to be forced to be in the same spaces as people, be it socially or professionally, and now there must be weird vibes or some sort of crushes because of a man we probably both won't even be with in the next couple of years. It ain't worth it. Don't do it. I don't think it's worth it. I don't think it's worth it. Wow. Samantha. I've gotten quite a few requests to talk about feminine hygiene. So if you guys want me to film a video about that specifically, let me know. It's nothing complicated because I have a very sensitive area down there, so I never want to do too much because I could easily react to a product. But if you guys are interested in that, let me know down below. So I've been asked to speak on finances as well, like how I manage my finances. I have a business account. I have a registered company where I do all my business under. So any brand partnerships, any money that comes into my account from work goes into that account. So from there I put some in my savings, and then I pay myself a salary. So no matter how much money I make, as someone who's self-employed, as an entrepreneur, months are different. Some months I make, you know, quite a good amount of income. Some months are like lower than others, but whatever money comes into that account, I try and keep my salary every month that I pay to myself the same, mainly also for tax purposes. And just for budgeting, like I never want to overspend, because now if you're just like using everything that you get when you have a quiet month, now you broke because you weren't able to manage your finances correctly when you had a good one. Yeah, I think it's just about budgeting and just being disciplined enough to stick to that salary that you pay yourself. And the only way you'll be able to know how much to pay yourself every month will depend on your monthly expenses. Of course, you don't want to live hand to mouth, so I would say that just calculate things like groceries, if you pay rent, your petrol, what else, entertainment money, as well as maybe setting aside just a little bit for in case of emergencies, like maybe you mess up one of your tires and need to replace them, just like things like that. But it's very important to budget, and also saving money is so important, guys. Like you really need to save money and be super disciplined with saving, and don't try and dip into your savings unless it is a serious emergency. So someone asked me to speak on how us girls never want to see other girls happy in their relationship. You know what I've noticed about insecure women is that they are really bothered and pressed by other women being happy. Anything that brings happiness to another woman, they cannot stand. And that just really is amabucha, to be quite honest. If you are someone who is touched or affected by people being happy in relationships, being happy in their workplace, any form of happiness on somebody else bothering you, you really need to take your right hand and put it on your chest and say, Lord help me, because you are the problem. I don't understand why women would not be happy about another female being in a relationship. I've seen people being very weird on social media. When someone posts their boyfriend or their partner, people always have like little snickery comments to make. That honestly should not bother you. If you're happy in your relationship, if you know where you stand in your partner, if you guys are transparent, then that shouldn't bother you. Of course, it's going to affect you if you have insecurities already, and maybe that's why in certain cases it's better to keep your relationship private. But that's not to say that all your issues should be brushed under the carpet. You guys should deal with whatever issues you have, but never let people on social media determine the outlook on your relationship. The relationship is between two people. Somebody leaving a lol comment under your man's picture shouldn't wind you all the way up, baby girl. Only get worked up when there's a proper reason to be worked up. There'll always be those witches, and unfortunately there's nothing you can do but pray for them. There's really nothing you can do. Some people are just really miserable in their own life, so they sort of feed off trying to put others down and trying to make others feel insecure. So will be sitting on their couch at home and just be excited by the fact that I could have upset Mihlali today. I wonder how am I getting on her nerves? And the moment you give them a reaction, the moment you give them that satisfaction. But the reality is, even if you do slip up as a human being, honey child, they are going to go back to being miserable in a couple of hours, and then they're going to find somebody else to pick on. So at the end of the day, they are the miserable ones, and you are the one who will get over their BS in a bit and move on with your life, your happy life, your content life. So don't feed into all that nonsense. And I really hope that we can do better as women, and we can probably teach our girls to do better and just sort of remove that whole mindset and that stereotype of women hating each other. We have progressed a lot, though, I must say. A lot of men still want women to hate each other, so they always find reasons to say things like, oh, women hate each other. Reality is a lot of women don't hate each other. They are just unfortunately those bitter beings who run it for everybody else. Business ideas for side income. There's a lot of ways to make extra money, and I'm a firm believer and a full supporter of multiple streams of income. So I would say that in terms of ideas, it's really important to think about what you love and what you enjoy. Where do your interests lie? What evokes that fire in you? Where do your passions lie? What are you good at? Because we could all sit here and try glamorize the idea of having multiple streams of income, but reality is you'll never fully succeed at what you don't enjoy. So figure out what you like and then find ways to make money off that. There's so many ways that you could work around figuring out other ways to make money. Unfortunately, I can't sit here and be like, do this, do that, do that, because it really depends on what you enjoy and what you love. Okay, my love, so that is it for today's video. Give me a very big thumbs up if you enjoy videos of this nature. Don't forget to leave me feedback down below. Subscribe to my channel if you're not subscribed, and stay positive and stay home during this lockdown. I will see you guys in my next video.